Hi, this is Bruce Coane from our Houston, Texas law firm office. We also have offices in Florida as well, and we represent clients in immigration cases all over the country, all over the world for that matter. Today I'm talking about highlights for the first month of the year, January of 2020, in immigration, and the latest coming out of the Trump administration and their efforts to curb legal immigration. First, I want to talk about pregnancy tourism, as the Trump administration refers to it. They came out with a regulation just recently this year to curb pregnancy tourism. They stated in the introductory remarks to the new regulation that it's a national security matter, that we not allow pregnant women to come here and have their babies, with some limited exceptions such as medical necessity, where they can't be treated back in their home country. So any women that are coming to the United States as visitors or travelers or vacationers that are obviously pregnant may find themselves being turned around at the airport once they arrive here, being sent back to their home country because of this new regulation that we don't want you to be having your baby here in America, because as you know, babies born in America are automatically U.S. citizens. Another in the latest of things going on in immigration is the Nigerian travel ban that goes into effect later this month, towards the end of February. And that says that immigrant visas will no longer be issued to citizens of Nigeria, people from Nigeria. That's created a huge problem because the U.S. does a lot of international trade, oil and gas business, tourism, a lot of families from Nigeria that live in the U.S. and their family members come to visit. They sponsor their family members for immigrant status. So the U.S. is putting a halt to that later this month, although there are negotiations to take Nigeria off this travel ban list. So we'll have to see what happens on that one. And then lastly, I want to talk about the public charge, grounds of exclusion for people coming to the United States as visitors, as immigrants. The Trump administration had come out with some new forms and some new programs saying if you ever got any sort of government benefits, you may be ineligible for immigrating to the U.S. because you might become a public charge, meaning the government might have to support you. And they'd come up with this Declaration of Self-Sufficiency. It's a brand new form. It's I think it's 18 pages long with 15 pages of instructions. I started reading the regulation itself today, and after spending about 40 minutes reading it, I got to the part that said that it would take a normal person 16 to 20 hours to read the entire new regulation. So I said, I've got too much work to do today. I'm going to have to read it another day. But it is full of all sorts of bases on how to deny immigrant status based on an immigration officer's belief that a person may become a public charge. It presents positive factors, negative factors through that 16 to 20 hours of necessary reading in order to see exactly what they have to say about all of this. So I guess all the immigration officers are going to be forced to do the 16 to 20 hours of reading. And of course, I guess we'll address those issues as they pop up. No prior administration has ever created a huge issue about public charge. They'd look to see if your tax returns are sufficient, and if they were, everything would be okay. But now, in addition to submitting what's called an affidavit of support, there's now this new form called Declaration of Self-Sufficiency that's going to be required in most green card cases here in the United States. So that's the update of exciting things going on in the immigration world during the start of 2020, and I'm sure there will be lots more to come during the year because immigration is really one of the absolute top issues for this administration right now.